Hi, I'm James Melendez, James, a wine guy, here to talk about two wines from two regions in Italy that I call the northern frontiers of Italian winemaking. Now, these are Alto Adige, Südtirol, and the Valle d'Aosta or Valle d'Aosta. Now, they have two different names, and the indicator is that they have those cultural experiences. And they're not quite, say, in the case of Südtirol, it's not quite Austria, it's not quite Italy, it's somewhere in between. So you see a lot of German spoken in that region and some beautiful signatures on wine. So what you do get are international varietals. You definitely get the Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot. You have Cabernet Franc. You have other varietals being grown in this region quite well as the signatures such as Lagrein. And you definitely have Schiava, which we have an example here. Here we go. This is the 90% Schiava, also known as Grenache. And so you also have 10% Lagrein. So that's a complete signature of and heritage of this area. And for me, that's a beautiful way of discovering wine. Italy is known for other wine regions extremely well. And of course, they're big producers. But I think in these regions, these are presenting some really beautiful wines that up until maybe 10, 15 years ago, you'd have to really work hard to finding these wines. You'd have to just comb the streets. You might find it much easier, say, New York, than you would have in almost any other United States city. So this wine is the Saro Giablo, and this is from, again, the Valle d'Aosta. And Valle d'Aosta is in, it's touching Switzerland and France. So basically, it has a very French influence, and so that's why that is both in French and Italian. So you do see that prominence and predominance, and that is the French language is spoken as well as the Italian. And with that, you're getting some beautiful signatures on this wine. So I did a review on this wine, and some interesting things, just similar to Südtirol, is that you have some varietals that are extremely well known. In this region, you have Gamay and you have Barbera, but you also have lesser-known wines such, of course, Dolcetto, but maybe lesser-known wines such as the Primetta and the Petit Rouge, which are great signatures for this region. And you're not going to find them predominantly elsewhere. You will find some plantings here and there, like you'll find maybe 2 acres of Lagrein, maybe less than that in the U.S., in California. And those are fantastic things. Now, Petit Rouge, I've not found in the North American continent. It might be in Australia because they definitely tend to experiment with a lot of different grape varietals. I've not found that yet. It probably does exist. Maybe it's a half acre or something. But for me, these are great wines to bring out, to think about, to rethink what Italian wine is all about. Now, I'll just show you the regions where these are. And so you get a better flavor as to, looking at Italy and seeing here, we have the, put the finger in the right place, which is the Aosta Valley or Valle d'Aosta or Valle d'Aosta. Now, we're going to come over here in the northern area, which is Trentino, Südtirol, or often for this wine I'm talking about is Alto Adige, Südtirol, South Tyrol. And that is the region touching the Austrian border and has that history with Austria, Austro-Hungarian Empire. You have the Valle d'Aosta, which definitely has that connection to France and Switzerland. And over time, I think these are just beautiful regions. They're smaller producing regions compared to some other areas in Italy that I just mentioned before, but they're to be sought out. They're lyrical, beautiful, expressive, and those are the things you come away with when you go into the world of wine and make those discoveries. So for more wine reviews, please go to jamesthewineguy.com. Please subscribe to my videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo, Google+, Pinterest. Salud.